Before we dive into the program, I want to take a look at some of the new features included in version 8. If this is your first time using the program, or maybe you just haven't used it in a while, I want you to notice some of the great changes and additions included with the program. I'll be going over some of these changes more in depth as we move along, but again, I wanted to give you some ideas about what's new in FL8 so that you can see how the program is evolving and how it continues to offer amazing new features. To begin, we have a recording filter when you right-click on the record button in the transport panel. This is a great feature because it will automatically select the proper settings to allow you to record what you want. Next, we have a new spectral setting in the monitor. You can activate this by selecting the little switch under the monitor to change displays. FL Studio also now includes a great new feature called the Audio Logger. This feature automatically runs in the background to record MIDI data either through a MIDI keyboard or the typing keyboard function. The buffer for this feature is 3 minutes, so basically anything you played in the last 3 minutes is automatically stored. So if you're just playing around, or you thought you just found the perfect take, you can dump it to the piano roll by selecting Dump Audio Score in the Tools menu. FL Studio also now includes the ability to render in OGG Vorbis format, which is a compressed format like MP3, yet without as much lossy compression. This is a great way to save space if exporting a zipped loop package. We all know MP3s lose a great amount of quality, so this is a perfect alternative. The plugin picker is also a cool new feature included with version 8. To access it, simply press and hold the Control key and then press F8. This opens the plugin picker. To use it, simply left-click and drag the selected plugin to the appropriate place on the screen and it's automatically added. This is a visual alternative to sorting through lists of plugins. If you open the plugin picker and don't want to use it, you can simply press Escape or right-click to exit. Another useful feature is the multi-link feature. This allows you to link together internal and external controllers simply by checking the multi-link controller switch in the recording toolbar and then tweaking the controls you want to link to a controller. When you've selected everything you want to link, simply left-click the multi-link control icon again and the controller linking screen appears. You can then choose what to link and where to link it. You can link multiple controls to one controller by unchecking the Remove Conflicts button. We'll take a closer look at linking later. FL Studio 8 also enhances your rendering ability. We now have the option to render at 24-bit. In FL7 and earlier versions, you could use 16-bit or 32-bit, but 24-bit gives increased sound quality with a smaller size and greater compatibility among digital audio programs. The folks at ImageLine also didn't slack on plugins. Just like in FL7, we're receiving some very powerful tools. First off, we have a version of the very popular SynthMaker program. This tool is a program unto itself and was designed specifically for FL Studio. It features a ton of synths and effects to choose from and allows the user to literally wire together their own VSTIs or VST effects. The limitation to this program is that you can't export your projects for use in other programs, but you can use whatever you make in FL Studio. And because SynthMaker includes quite a few synths and effects already pre-made, this actually increases the number of new synths and effects included with FL Studio 8. We'll take an overview look at SynthMaker later. Next up, we have the Fruity Limiter, which is a fantastic compressor limiter and visualization tool. This, coupled with the multi-band compressor released in version 7, gives you some fantastic mastering tools with which to finalize your project. The new Wave Candy plugin is also included in the release of version 8 and gives you some very in-depth and innovative ways to view your music. You can adjust colors and sizes as well as spectral and decibel levels in order to find the perfect setup for your studio. The Sound Goodizer is also a free plugin included in version 8 and includes 4 presets. Basically, the Sound Goodizer is a limited version of the Maximus Maximizer plugin, which is also available as an add-on product from ImageLine. The Sound Goodizer adds some compression and maximization to your project. If you take a look at the Maximus demo, you can find the Sound Goodizer presets in the preset menu to take a closer look at the individual settings for each. Next, we have the SliceX, which is a more involved version of the Fruity Slicer included with previous versions. The SliceX is a beat slicer which uses an advanced algorithm to cut up drum and percussion loops and reorder them, as well as time stretch them. We'll take a closer look at this feature later. We also see the new Selected channel in the mixer, which is great for trying out effects on different channels before adding them, as well as using for visual effects including the new Wave Candy plugin. Basically, if you add effects to the Selected channel, you can choose the different mixer tracks to feed through the Selected channel in order to preview them or visualize them. Another intuitive feature is that you can now use the mouse wheel to cycle the effects in the mixer up and down. In previous versions, you would need to left-click the arrow on the mixer channel and select either move up or move down to reorder the plugins. But now you can simply hover over the plugin you want to move and scroll up or down to reorder the plugins. Another cool feature is the ability to use slip editing. You can now use slip editing on pattern clips, audio clips, and automation clips. We'll discuss this more later. The last new feature I want to show you is for use in some plugins like the Citrus and the Love Filter. We now have an envelope sequencer, which basically gives us the ability to create repeating arpeggio type sequences. To use this, you can open the menu using the little arrow icon in the envelope window and select Create Sequence. You can then draw out a sequence for the plugin to follow. So as we've just discussed, you can see that FL Studio 8 includes many new features, and you can see that how with each version, we get a ton of great new tools. While we don't have time to go completely through each change, I want you to get an idea for some of the great new features, as we'll discuss some of them more in depth as we move along. If you need more information, please see the help file and check out the What's New section, and I'll see you in the next video.